Well, good evening, fans, and welcome to Alumni Arena on the campus of Armstrong Atlantic State University. It is the home opener for the 2012-2013 Armstrong Atlantic State University men's basketball team. The Pirates come in at 1-1 and face Newberry College, who comes in at 2-2. Chad Jackson with Sean Brown to bring you the action tonight. And Sean, a highly anticipated matchup, not only between two teams that are looking to compete for Southeast region consideration, but you have head coach Jeremy Luther facing his former school where he was the head coach at for the first time in his career.
Yeah, I don't think Newberry is going to want to come in here and let the Pirates get anything easy, especially going against their old coach. Athletically, I think the Pirates match up pretty well against Newberry, but we'll have to see what happens after tip-off.
Newberry is a team that likes to dictate tempo. They average 94 points a game. They run 5 in, 5 out a lot. They try and keep fresh legs on the floor, where you have an Armstrong team that maybe is not as deep, but maybe more physical than in some of the years past that we've had with Coach Luther.
That is true. One thing I have noticed so far from Armstrong's team, we've gone back to the old Jeff Berkhammer style of running the offense off of one player when they pretty much run everything off of Eric Miller. So we'll have to see how Newberry comes out and defends against that, forcing somebody else to step up and be a leading scorer.
Eric Miller, 22.5 points per game. He had 34 in the Pirates' win over Carver Bible. That was last weekend in the season opening tournament for Armstrong at Valdosta State. The Pirates beat Carver Bible, but lost to Florida Memorial in their season opener, which was an interesting battle in its own because you had Kenny Bellinger II, the point guard for the Pirates, going up against his father, who was the head coach for Florida Memorial.
No pressure there. I mean, I don't know what I would do if I ever had to go against my dad in any kind of sport. But I'm sure he enjoyed that. Probably a good experience.
Absolutely. Armstrong and Newberry getting set for action. It is the first time that these two teams have met in quite a long time. The last time that Armstrong and Newberry met on a basketball court, it was November 30th, 1996.
Wow.
So that is, if my math is right, about 16 years ago.
A long time ago. I was in, I think in middle school then.
And that game was a 76-62 win by the Pirates over the Wolves. Well, we will go ahead and introduce you to the 2012-2013 Armstrong Pirates, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and the tip-off between Armstrong and Newberry.
Angelia Hill, Time Travel.
Demisha Mills, Breathe Underwater.
Kenny Bellinger II. Turn up, turn up, turn up. When times come where you got to crank up and get everything going, you got to turn up. Can't be too calm, man.
Eric Miller, and my catchphrase is chill, bro. Say for instance, somebody say, oh, all the ladies don't love Eric. Chill, bro. You know that's a lie.
He's number one in my heart.
Armstrong Williford, bring the rice out. Just like rice, the best players rise to the top.
Bring the rice out.
Eric Eversley, look good, feel good. And if you feel good, you look good. Simple. I'm going to be looking good and feeling good all season long.
He is so fine.
What? It's true.
Kelsey Walker, small things to a giant. It's too easy.
Ladies, y'all can follow me on Twitter as Kenny Bizzle, KennyBizzel. Follow your boy.
Everyone should know him.
JC Wynn, favorite catchphrase, down!
What does it mean?
Me and my teammates go out and fight on the court, try to get the dub.
Derek Morales, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You shouldn't be afraid to try, ever.
I wish more athletes were like him.
Kyle Callahan, zip them up. Shut people up. That's what we do. When on the court, we make everyone be quiet.
Yeah, boy!
Shima Sabiti, and it is what it is. No matter what it is, just gotta do it.
Zach Hill, lace up. No matter how hard the challenge is, you gotta lace up and push through it.
Isham Benayat Sharif, I like cakes.
What?
I always say that. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I always say I like cakes. Why they laughing? Yeah, because I do really. Yeah, what's the problem?
There's Tooks. No excuses.
All our opponents, we coming for you. Armstrong, you see it.
Chad Jackson, Sean Brown back with you here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong and Newberry getting set for action. The Wolves and the Pirates meeting, as we said, first time in quite a while on the basketball court since 1996. Here are the starting lineups for both teams. First for Newberry, it'll be Mitch Riggs, the 6'5 freshman from Australia, in the backcourt with Brunez Charles, a 6'2 junior from Naples, Florida, and DeMarcus Smith, a 5'10 sophomore from Johnston, South Carolina. Front court is Dondre Walker, a 6'5 sophomore from Fountain Inn, South Carolina, and Xavier Holmes, a 6'4 freshman from Great Falls, South Carolina. And Sean, you look at this roster, we talk about the Armstrong team being a young team. This team very young as well. You've got 2 freshmen in the starting lineup as well as 2 sophomores. And if you've got a team like this that's putting up 94 points a game, the future looks pretty bright for Newberry right now.
Oh yeah, the more they play together, the better they're going to get. So I'm kind of excited to see how they're going to turn out in a few years.
Armstrong starting lineup, it will be Eric Miller in the backcourt, the 6'3 senior from Stone Mountain, Georgia, along with Kenny Bellinger the second. The point guard, 6'1 junior from Miramar, Florida, and Kyle Callanan, the 6'3 sophomore from Bennington, Vermont, transfer from Southern Connecticut State. And in the front court, Eric Eversley, 6'8 junior from Rockledge, Florida, and Antron Williford, 6'7 senior from Bainbridge, Georgia. Sean, really excited to see what Antron Williford can do because he played very well for the Pirates last fall, missed the spring, come back, and he gives the Pirates a good length and good rebounding acumen this season.
And he's a veteran player for this roster too, so he should bring leadership qualities to this team, both as a mid-range shooter and an inside presence. He should do well here tonight for the Pirates. I'm kind of excited to see the energetic Kenny Bellinger.
Yes. He's one of those players that the motor never stops when he's on the floor. We saw that over in Savannah State in the exhibition contest, won by the Tigers. And it will be Holmes jumping the opening tip along with Eversley. The ball is up and is won by the Pirates as Bellinger runs it down in the backcourt. Now we'll bring it up the floor. Bellinger dribbles right, kicks it off to Callanan. Callanan around a screen, double teamed. Ball's loose, but the Pirates get away from it, and Miller comes up with the basket. Good hands by Eversley to keep that play alive. And then Bellinger comes right back and steals the outlet pass by Newberry. Miller comes right back, misses the shot. Eversley loses the basketball, and that will be run down by Mitch Riggs. It's knocked out of bounds by the Pirates, but you see a little glimpse of what the tempo is going to be, Sean, in this contest.
It's going to be fast-paced, run and gun all night.
Newberry bringing it up quickly in their road black uniforms tonight, red numbers with white trim. Pirates in their all-white home uniforms with maroon numbers and black trim. Out front, Holmes is going to drive and dish. Good ball rotation as they work it around the perimeter. Smith back outside. Holmes thought about the 3. Now looking back outside, 6 on the shot clock. This is not what we expected from Newberry's first real extended offensive possession as the Pirates get a steal. Bellinger comes away with the second steal of the game. Miller outs to Bellinger. Bellinger back to Miller, who puts it up and scores.
Scoring through the contact as well. A little contact there. It was good effort to finish it through.
So Eric Miller with 2 baskets. Pirates lead at 4-0 in transition. 3 is good by Dondre Walker. And ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Pirates.
And here's that first set of 5 subs coming from Newberry. They emptied the bench, bringing out a whole new 5.
And on the floor now for Newberry, Brandon Riley, Quayshon Hawkins, who is the leading scorer for Newberry, along with James Ashby. Ajir Steinarsson, the Icelandic native, as the half-court trap. Pirates get away with it with Eversley, or get out of it. Still very high pressure from Newberry. 3-pointer is up and no good by Williford. Rebound comes down to Hawkins for Newberry. Hawkins out to Steinarsson for 3, no good. Rebound tipped and comes down to Miller. It's a 3-on-2 break. Miller all the way himself, lays it up and scores. 6-3, Eric Miller leads Newberry here in the first 2.5 minutes of action. Drive by Hawkins to the baseline. He's double teamed, but right underneath the basket is Taylor. His shot is blocked, but he gets his own miss. Three-pointer up and short, but an offensive rebound. Follow try is no good by Riley. Pirates come away with it. Quickly out to Miller, kicks it out to Callanan. Callanan baseline, lays it up, misses it. Shorted a little bit, think he was anticipating contact. And quickly in transition, Newberry with it. Three-pointer by Steinerson is no good. Rebound comes down to Williford. Miller out to Williford, and then his pass is stolen by Hawkins.
And Chad, this pace is getting crazier all early in the game. Let's see who can keep it up.
Three-pointer is no good for Ashby, and a jump ball called. Williford and Brandon Taylor tied up. It will go to Newberry. The Pirates will bring in their lone sub, Darius Morales, and Newberry responds with the starting five back in the lineup.
This five-man rotation, 5 in, 5 off, as J.C. Wynn comes in for the Pirates. Newberry bringing 5 and 5. It's going to, every 2 minutes, it's almost like the Pirates are playing a different team every 2 minutes.
Pirates with a decided size advantage, though, now because you bring in J.C. Wynn to be the 3. With Morales in there with Williford. Off the inbounds pass. Three-pointer's no good. Big rebound for the Pirates, and Wynn's going to bring it up. J.C. Wynn gets it to Bellinger. Somebody's got to be open. And a foul as Miller gets a little hip check from Dondre Walker. That's the first foul of our contest. 6-3 again, Pirates lead. With all this action, Sean, you think it should be a larger lead, but it's been back and forth since the opening tip.
Back and forth with turnovers on both sides, a couple steals on both sides. Both teams working hard.
Layup try no good, and we're going to get a jump ball, so it'll stay with the Pirates. 6 seconds off the shot clock. 29 on the shot clock for the Pirates, so the possession arrow is rotated once. Off the inbounds play, Eric Miller for 3 is no good, and the rebound comes down to Riggs. Riggs out to Charles for 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Morales for the Pirates. Bellinger quickly up ahead to Miller, and then the alley-oop shot is no good by J.C. Wynn, but he gets it, and losing the basketball is Williford. And coming up with it is Walker. Walker loses his man. Now gets it out to Riggs into the corner for Charles. 18 on the shot clock. Everyone takes a breath here. And then a high arcing 3 is no good by Riggs. Rebound Wynn. Bellinger bounce pass to Miller, who lays it up and scores.
And Chad, with this 8-3 score, you notice Newberry is shooting a lot of three-point shots from behind the arc.
Shot is blocked by Morales. It was Charles driving the baseline. Now Miller 1-on-4, lobs it to Wynn, but he has to kick it off to Miller. He does so, and then Miller is fouled on his drive to the basket.
Yeah, the Pirates really aren't settling for those outside jumpers. They're going to the basket every time they get the ball, cutting to the hoop, looking for the contact and going for the easy bucket.
Well, with a team that likes to get out and get in front of the team, you know they're not going to be closely guarding you defensively on the entire drive to the basket. So you're going to get some open looks right around the basket because their eyes are always going to be on the other side of the court. They're going to be looking to get out quickly.
Exactly.
Eric Miller makes his first free throw. Eversley and Kelsey Walker check in for the Pirates. The second 5 comes in for Newberry with Ashby, Taylor, Riley, Steinerson, and Hawkins. Second free throw from Miller is good. Miller's got all 10 of the Pirates' points. It's a 10-3 Armstrong lead. Quickly in transition, three-pointer is up and no good.
Another 3.
by Riley. Quickly ahead, J.C. Wynn running the floor, gets the layup. 12-3. Armstrong leading it. Hawkins drives, has his shot blocked. Rebound Wynn, quick outlet to Miller. 2-on-2 break. Miller is fouled on his drive to the basket. So even though the tempo is frenetic, you're seeing two completely different strategies offensively for these two teams as we've reached our first media timeout.
Two different strategies. One team's looking to get to the cup. The other team is simply shooting back and shooting trays, and they're not falling.
Newberry is 1 of 9 on three-pointers. Armstrong 0 of 2, but Armstrong 5 of 12 from the floor, so 5 of 10 on 2-point shots. And Newberry just 1 of 13 from the floor as we've reached our first media timeout. 14:40 to go until halftime. Armstrong leading at 12-3. But even though the Pirates lead it by 9 here, Sean, this has the feeling of a game where no lead is safe.
With the way that both of these teams run, any kind of a run, in basketball, most teams that get a run, it's an 8 or 9 point run. At this point, it's a 9-point ball game. A 9-point run, it's a tied ball game, and we're looking at a little bit more stressful competition. But Newberry's going to have to try and go to the cup instead of trying to sit back and shoot, because they're getting open shots. They're just not falling.
Well, we told you about their scoring prowess. They have given up 81.8 points per game this season. Every game they've scored 85 or more. They lost at North Georgia 91-85. That's the lowest scoring game that they've had this season. They lost an overtime game at home to North Georgia 106-99. They beat Barber Scotia 120-69 and beat Voorhees 94-58.
That sounds kind of streaky shooting. See if that streak kind of holds off until the second half.
Eric Miller's first free throw is in and out, no good. Second free throw coming for Miller. Had 34 his last time out, as the second free throw is no good. Rebound comes down to Newberry. Hawkins, no-look pass inside, and shot is up and no good by Brandon Taylor, but he's fouled by Eric Eversley, and he will shoot 2 free throws. The 34-point output for Eric Miller, Sean, was the most by an Armstrong men's basketball player since Cron McKenzie had 34 at Augusta State in the first round of the Peach Belt Conference tournament.
So many years ago. So was that the quadruple overtime game?
No, that was against Aiken the previous year. No, that was actually Coach Luther's first year. They went to Augusta State, and Augusta State was ranked #1 in the country.
And they almost pulled the upset.
And almost pulled off the upset.
I remember that game.
2 free throws good for Taylor. And full court pressure off the made free throw, shown by Newberry. Kelsey Walker now running the point for the Pirates, the Statesboro native. Gives it to Wynn. Wynn double teamed, now gets it to Miller. Miller's double teamed, gets it to Walker. Walker in the paint, throws it up, scores, and draws the foul. Tough shot for Walker, one-handed, went to the left hand. Drew contact and got the floater to go.
Definite way to battle through the contact. Seems the turkey has not slowed any of the Pirates down so far, so looking good.
Walker in 2 games had just 4 points, so he's already matched his average with that bucket. He makes the free throw and converts the 3-point play. Kyle Callanan will check in for J.C. Wynn. It's 15-5 Pirates. Steinerson to Hawkins left side. Back out to Steinerson. Working it around the perimeter. Now dribble penetrates and a ball is deflected, but Steinerson recovers. And then the ball goes through the hands of Hawkins. He saves it to his teammate on the baseline, to Ashby. 8 on the shot clock, and a shot is wild off the glass. Rebound comes down to Morales. Good tough rebound by Morales.
And the Pirates' size inside on the defensive point is really starting to make Newberry work as the shots put up on the inside.
Eversley's shot never got over the rim. Rebound comes down to Newberry and Brandon Riley. Steinerson open for 3. That's no good, but an offensive rebound by Brandon Taylor.
That's Steinerson's 4 threes taken today. Might need to take a couple steps up.
And a ball deflected out of bounds that will go off of Newberry. And so the Pirates will take the possession off the turnover and the starting 5 back in for Newberry. Two schools of thought about the 5-and-5 sub, Sean. Fresh legs versus getting a comfort level. You know, if you're on the floor, you get into the game, you get into the flow of play, and or do you go strictly for we want the guys that can run the quickest, that have the freshest legs, and can keep that up tempo?
It's impossible to get a rhythm in a minute.
Yes.
In a basketball game, you got to get a couple possessions under your belt. Settle in, run a few offensive sets. As Antron Williford checks back in, run a few offensive sets, get a few defensive stops, get used to the game. But the way they're running the 5-on-5, it's kind of playing against them right now.
Pirates are having trouble getting the ball in on the sideline. Twice it's been deflected out of bounds by Newberry. They finally do get it in, and Eric Miller has it, brings it up the floor, gives it off to Welker, but it's out of bounds off the Pirates. Armstrong arguing that was off of Newberry, but no such luck. So the Pirates turn it right back over. And Newberry has possession here. Baseline drive, shot is up and good by Charles, the Naples native. It's 15-7, 12:42 to go.
Just the second field goal made for Newberry tonight.
Eric Miller hassled in the back. Gives it ahead to Williford, over to Callahan. He gets it to Eversley. Eversley puts it on the floor, puts it up, and it's blocked, but he's fouled. Eversley never looked comfortable with the ball, but credit his strength for getting a shot off. That could have easily been a turnover where one of those Newberry players could have reached in and grabbed it from him.
It's definitely a quality possession. It's basketball knowledge, knowing to, kick the ball underneath, go straight up. Go straight up.
Eversley first free throw is good. As Shima Sabiti gets set to check into the lineup for the Pirates for Eversley. Second free throw, no good, missed it. And then off the rebound, Walker almost stole it, but he lost his footing. So Eversley makes 1 of 2. It's a 9-point Armstrong lead. Three-pointer is up and short, no good, but he gets his own miss, does DeMarcus Smith, and then he's fouled. Pirates did not block out the shooter on that.
He had a wide open lane for a follow. And they're lucky he really didn't follow it out. He could have followed it, because if he had followed straight to the basket, he'd have had it easy too.
So DeMarcus Smith, a sophomore from Johnston, South Carolina, makes the first free throw. Sabiti and Kenny Bellinger, the second, come into the lineup for the Pirates, replacing Walker and Eversley. Second free throw, good. And Smith draws the Wolves back to within 7. Miller wide open is Bellinger, who lays it up and in. Could have called goaltending on that, as Walker hit the net going up, but the basket went in. Back the other way, Newberry, and a travel. Oh, offensive foul. I thought they were just going to call the travel, but they get the charge on Charles driving the baseline.
It was a great job by Antron Williford getting set, making sure he was outside of the restricted zone, getting set, taking the contact. Great defensive stop.
So again, full court pressure. Bellinger will bring it up himself. Gets it to Callahan. Callahan back to Bellinger. Now Miller around a screen for 3. That's all, and banked in. I was going to say he almost banked it in, and it did, because it hit on the side of the rim and stayed in.
The bank's not on holiday hours today.
Then a 3 back the other way is good for Newberry. And that is Dondre Walker with the 3-pointer. Miller on the run is fouled. And with 11:15 left to go until halftime, the Pirates have already entered the bonus as Miller is fouled. 7th team foul on the Wolves. So Eric Miller will shoot 1 and 1. 13 points tonight for Miller. 5 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 2 on three-pointers, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line.
I'm knock on wood, he's well on target for that career high again.
First free throw is good. Well, we knew going into this game, Sean, that points were going to be plentiful. It was just a matter of whether the Pirates would want to get the balanced scoring or if they could just continue to feed the hot hand of Eric Miller, which has been so far early on this season.
True.
Miller's going to take a seat as J.C. Wynn checks back into the lineup. Well-deserved rest for Miller. 23-12, Pirates lead it. Second 5 in the lineup for Newberry. Ashby back out to Taylor, well away from the basket. Now Hawkins wants a screen, gets it, and ball's deflected, and the Pirates are going to have a steal. Bellinger goes for the layup and can't get it to go. Tip try by Wynn is no good, and that goes out of bounds off of Hawkins. It will stay with the Pirates. Morales into the lineup for the Pirates. Williford in as well.
Pirates are going back to that larger lineup.
Williford lobs it into Morales. Morales to Bellinger, has to run it down between the circles. Now J.C. Wynn with it, around a screen, and an illegal screen called on Morales. The speed of Newberry creates matchups like that where sometimes you're going to get some of those calls where if you're setting the pick, they just go right around you. They don't care. And so far out from the basket, and a travel back the other way will give it back to the Pirates. So play got a little bit sloppy here the last few minutes.
That it has. And he walked all over the floor. Just forgot to put the dribble down. The Pirates get the ball back as Bellinger brings it up to half court.
Bellinger guarded by Steinerson, and that ball is deflected out of bounds by Hawkins. J.C. Wynn to inbound it. Gets it to Bellinger. Steinerson. And that's a foul, blocking foul on Ashby, and it was a good thing it was because otherwise it would have been a backcourt violation on the Pirates. So Bellinger to the line.
With the Pirates in the bonus, he's at 3 points.
And even though you go 5 in, 5 out, if the fouls start to mount up, you're going to have to change your strategy because one or two of those players are going to be in foul trouble late in this first half.
That's true.
Right now, 3 players for the Wolves, already with 2 fouls.
So they may end up going back to a 8-man lineup instead of a 10-man lineup.
Miller replaces Callanan. Bellinger's second free throw, no good. Rebound comes down to Newberry. Steinerson out to Hawkins. Hawkins guarded by Wynn. Inside Taylor. Taylor hooks around Williford, but Williford gets called for the foul. Only the 4th team foul on the Pirates. So ball out of bounds to Newberry. Hawkins gets the inbounds pass. Now drives on Wynn now. And a foul again on the Pirates as Hawkins got the Pirate defenders up off their feet with the shot fake, and we have our media timeout. Second media timeout of the half. Armstrong leads at 24-12 with 9:51 left to go in the first half. Chad Jackson, Sean Brown with you here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong leads Newberry 24-12, but 2 free throws coming for Quayshawn Hawkins. First free throw is good. Hawkins came into this game, Sean, averaging 17.3 points per game, and he was the leading scorer for the Wolves in their last win over Barber Scotia. And a different substitution pattern for Newberry because of the foul trouble. So on the floor now is Xavier Holmes, Mitch Riggs, Brunez Charles, DeMarcus Smith, and Dondre Walker. Bellinger gets it over to Miller. Actually, this is the starting 5 on the floor for Newberry. So Coach Davis keeping with his strategy as that ball was kicked by Newberry. It was Holmes.
And like you said, we'll see how long that lasts with this foul trouble there already.
Because 2 of the players on the floor, Charles and Holmes, have 2 fouls. Miller to inbound it to Bellinger. 20 on the shot clock. Bellinger brings it across. Now gets a screen. Gets it to win. 1-touch pass the baseline for Williford. 4 on the shot clock. Bellinger is going to have to put up a shot. He does so, and it's good. Kenny Bellinger, he was also wanted the contact. He wanted the foul on that.
Yeah, he wanted it.
But he beats the shot clock with the 3. And back the other way, shot is up, no good, but offensive rebound. Holmes' follows no good, but then Holmes comes right back, steals it, puts it in for 2.
Holmes with the emphatic layup there. Some would call it a dunk, but
27-16 Pirates really maintaining this 9 to 12 point advantage really since the outset.
And it's going to keep them comfortable too.
Williford almost throws it into the backcourt, but Miller's there. He actually looked down to see where he was. Miller gets free, kicks it to Eversley, who lays it up, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Walker. Here comes Newberry. Charles baseline, shoots it up and scores. And Sean, even though the Pirates are leading by 9, Pirates have had several missed open layups and missed opportunities.
At least 3 or 4. That's going to add up at the end of this game.
Williford left open for 3, and that's no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds off of the Pirates with 7:52 to go until halftime.
And Newberry's going to bring another 5 in.
Second 5 in for the Wolves. 9-point Armstrong advantage. Steinerson guarded by Kelsey Walker. Gets a screen, bounces it to Riley, who outlets it to Hawkins. Hawkins drives and then somehow got it to Taylor. His floater's no good. Rebound comes down to Williford. I thought Hawkins got away with the travel there.
It looked like it, but the way he drove into 3 players.
I think the fact that he went behind him to his own player as Walker will drive and shoot, no good. Tip by Wynn goes over the backboard. And it will go to Newberry. So 27-18 our score. Newberry drives and a push in the back by the Pirates. Thought that was on the floor. I don't think that was in the act of shooting.
A little NBA continuation. I think he tried to make a subliminal push, but it was a little obvious.
So at the line is Quayshawn Hawkins, the sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina, who makes the first. Hawkins just 3 points so far in the game as Sabiti comes in because Williford picked up his second foul. Williford and Morales with 2 fouls each for the Pirates. Second free throw no good. Rebound Eversley for Armstrong. Pirates need to be a little bit better, Sean, in their half-court offense, as that one is stolen. Walker has his pocket picked by Hawkins. Most of the Pirates' baskets, as Taylor lays it up and in, have come in transition off of misses and steals. They really haven't looked that comfortable in the half-court offense against Newberry.
And they haven't scored very many points off of a set. But
Sabiti helps break the press. It was very athletic play by J.C. Wynn, keeping that from going out of bounds and getting it to Sabiti. And the Pirates get the layup.
But Chad, with the running gun working, wide changeup is not broken as the basket scored there. And a timeout's called by Armstrong coach Jeremy Luther.
Riley got free on the baseline, put the floater up and in, and Coach Luther not happy with the last couple of minutes of the Pirates, offensively, I think, and defensively, Sean.
Yeah. Offensively, the running gun, they started slowing it down. But once they keep the running gun going, they'll be fine. Defensively, they're giving up little easy baskets inside. They said he's probably going to want them to stop doing. Put a little more pressure on the inside like they started.
It's been good pressure on the perimeter. None of the the three-point shots have really been wide open. But the offensive rebounding and then just the baseline defense are just, when you collapse in on those the players dribble penetrating, it's right. It was good at the beginning,
True.
But it's fallen off late.
True, and they got to keep boxing out.
Absolutely. So out of the timeout, Kenny Bellinger back into the lineup, running the point for the Pirates. Callanan has it left side. Now Sabiti back to Callanan. 5:55 to go until halftime. Miller, double team, gets free of the double team, kicks it off to Bellinger, 4-2, no good. But the rebound for Miller, and he will, nice feed inside to Sabiti, who lays it up and in.
It's one of the few half-court sets we've seen the Pirates run well as a turnover is made and the Pirates get the ball back.
As pressure on Smith forces the turnover, Pirates get it on the sideline. Eric Miller cooled off a bit since the outset. He scored the first 8 points of the game for the Pirates. He has 15 as Miller is blocked out of bounds by D'Andre Walker. But the Pirates probably working a little too hard right now to get Miller the ball. They're going to have to find another scoring presence on the outside.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
Into the backcourt goes the entry pass. Bellinger runs it down, gives it to Callanan. Now Callanan to Miller. Miller drives, underhands it inside. Shot is up and good by Eversley, and he's fouled. Great feed inside again by Miller. And that's what Miller is going to find, though, Sean. He's going to see a lot more wide-open passing lanes as Newberry collapses in on him. That's his 4th assist already in this game.
They're only going to bring more and more pressure on him because he's going to continue scoring. If they let up, he's just going to light him up.
4 rebounds, 4 assists, 15 points for Eric Miller. As Eversley makes the free throw, converts the three-point play. J.C. Wynn checks in for Eversley. 5:11 to go. It's a 9-point Armstrong lead. And then the ball goes right to Miller. Miller 1-on-2, puts it up and gets called for the travel. D'Andre Walker just handed it back to Miller, but then Miller hands it right back to the Wolves. As all Walker did was really just get in his way.
Yeah, and the argument there was that he lost control on the drive, but travel to travel. Ooh, they missed a good call there.
Walker almost loses control. Ball goes inside to Holmes. His shot is up and good. Miller is called for the carry. Eighth turnover on the Pirates. Newberry has turned it over 8 times as well. And we have a full timeout on the floor here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong leads Newberry 34-25. 4:35 to go here in the first half, and Newberry with the basketball after the turnover. Pirates leading it by 9. Ball stripped, and the Pirates get another steal. That was Smith. And then in transition, J.C. Wynn throws it down on the dunk, and then Bellinger blocks the three-point attempt by DeMarcus Smith. Miller in transition throws it up, no good, but he's fouled. And the Pirates will go to the free throw line again, but J.C. Wynn with the alley-oop dunk in transition pushes the lead back to double figures, and now Miller will have a chance to shoot 2 free throws. First one is up and in. Second 5 into the game for Newberry. 37-25, 4:06 to go until halftime. As Darius Tukes gets set to check in. He'll get his first action of the night. Second free throw from Miller is good. So Darius Tukes, the junior from Lithonia, Georgia, comes in for Eric Miller. 38-25, Pirates leading it. Steinerson gets it out to Hawkins, guarded by Callanan. That's a mismatch, and Hawkins goes right in, lays it up and in. That is a mismatch for the Pirates, and Hawkins takes advantage. Tukes drives the baseline, puts it up, scores, and draws the foul. Tough drive to the basket by Darius Tukes, and he gets the bucket. And he will try and complete the three-point play. And the fouls starting to mount up now for Newberry, as Tukes' free throw is no good. Rebound comes down to Ashby. 3 fouls on Holmes. As hard off the glass, shot is no good by Newberry. Rebound Eversley, and Eversley is tied up by Steinerson. It stays with Newberry. Charles and Steinerson also with 2 fouls for the Wolves. Three-pointer up and good for Quayshawn Hawkins. And Hawkins now has 8 to lead Newberry. Lead is 10 for the Pirates. 3:13 to go in the half. Tukes gets it to Walker, and it's knocked out of bounds by Steinerson. It stays with Armstrong as Eric Miller will check back in. Miller takes the inbounds pass, gets it to Callanan. Back to Miller for 3, no good. Rebound Eversley. Eversley is stripped going up by Newberry, and the Wolves come away with it. Hawkins drives the baseline now, kicks it back out to Ashby. Hawkins gets it back, now guarded by Miller. Inside to Taylor, and Taylor is fouled on his shot. 2:38 until halftime. And Eversley picks up his second foul. Taylor's first free throw is good, and for the first time we'll see just a lone sub for Newberry. Gilbert McGregor, a 6'6" freshman from New Orleans, will come into the lineup for his first action tonight. Sabiti back in for the Pirates. Miller brings it up himself, 2:30 to go. Miller through traffic, kicks it off to Callanan. Wide open three is no good. And the rebound comes down to Newberry, and J.C. Wynn is going to pick up a foul. And so we'll go back the other way and shoot 1 and 1. So a little end of the half momentum maybe for Newberry here, as they can cut it to 6, can the Wolves, with 2 free throws. Newberry taking advantage of the free throw line. 9 of 10 from the line are the Wolves, as the first free throw is good by Brandon Riley. Brandon Riley, the lone senior on this Newberry squad. 6'4" from Baltimore, Maryland. Second free throw, no good, but an offensive rebound. McGregor, who just checked in, gets the rebound. So this could be a reverse three-point play here for the Wolves. Steinerson is deflected and stolen by the Pirates. Walker goes in for the layup and scores. So defense creates offense. Back the other way, three-pointer by Hawkins, no good. Pirates with the rebound. Pass to Walker. Walker to Callanan. Callanan, layup is good. Just like that, 4 straight points by the Pirates, and the lead is 11, 44-33. And a foul on the drive. Riley is fouled by Walker. Walker got a lot of ball, but also got a lot of body. And with 1:38, he will shoot 2. Well, a lot of that is the way that Newberry defends you. They invite it. They really do. Because they feel like they're going to be the deeper team, and they're going to just out-body you at the end of games. Because as you've seen, not only does Newberry have foul trouble, but the Pirates have foul trouble with 3 players with 2 fouls. And so you get to the latter stages of the second half, you know, there's going to be one team that's going to have more fresh bodies out there. So the Pirates have to be a little more disciplined defensively. They've done a good job defensively. Newberry's only shooting 30%. But they're going to have to be a little more disciplined in the second half. Free throws are good. So it's a 9-point lead with 1:38 to go. And the Pirates will inbound it with Callanan to Walker. Now Miller, left side, staring at a double team, gets free of it, puts up the mid-range jumper, it's good. Eric Miller with 19 in this half. Quick outlet though by Newberry again. That's Riggs. 3-pointer on the way and no good by Walker. Rebound comes down to Sabiti for the Pirates. Bodies all over the place. And then the pass is stolen by Newberry. Pirates had numbers, but a needless pass there by Walker. And then a lost ball again. It was going to be a travel if they didn't lose the basketball. Pirates come back with it. And then back the other way. Layup is good by Tukes in transition. 40 seconds to go. Pirates lead it by 13, which ties for its largest lead of the game. Baseline jumper by Taylor is good. So the Pirates can hold for the last shot if they wish. Up by 11. Well, they're going to trap, and that almost got away from the Pirates. Callanan goes in, puts it up off the glass, no good. And the rebound comes down to Newberry. Walker, he will hold for the last shot for the Wolves. Guarded by Walker. Walker on Walker, shot is up and no good, and that is how we will end the first half with the Pirates leading it by 11, 48-37. We will step away for halftime, come back with a look at the first half statistics and bring you the second half of action. You're listening to and watching Armstrong Basketball on your home for Pirate Athletics, ArmstrongPirates.com. Chad Jackson, Sean Brown back with you here at Alumni Arena, where Armstrong leads Newberry 48-37. Here's a look at the first half statistics. First for Newberry. The Wolves 11 of 33 from the floor, 33%, 3 of 16 from three-point range, 18.8%, but 12 of 14 from the free throw line for 85.7%, and really that free throw shooting is what's keeping Newberry in this game.
I agree. Newberry, they came out and they were shooting everything from behind the arc. Didn't matter where it was, they were shooting from behind the arc, but it just wasn't falling. They finally started getting to the cup, getting to the line. They kind of brought the game back to a little more competitive state. Let's see what they do in the second half. Whether they stick with that, stick with the same rotations, or whether they actually come back and play a little bit better basketball.
Armstrong 18 of 36, shot 50% in the first half, just 2 of 7 from three-point range, but honestly they haven't needed it. They've been getting plenty of wide open looks at the basket, and then 10 of 15 from the free throw line. Armstrong winning the rebounding battle 25-22. Individually for the Pirates, Eric Miller leading the way, 6 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Been a while since the Pirates have had someone with a triple-double.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I can't remember who the last person was that had a triple-double. Miller's playing a really good game today. I hope he just keeps it up. He's keeping a good leadership style as a ball player for this team. And they're going to do really well as long as they can keep that up.
For Newberry, leading the way is Quayshawn Hawkins off the bench, 2 of 3 from the floor, including making his only three-point attempt. 3 of 4 from the line for 8 points. Armstrong will have the ball to begin the second half. It's a very busy Saturday around the Peach Ball Complex. Let's go ahead and give you the scores. Everyone else is a final. UNC Pembroke beat Coker 68-61. Georgia Southwestern lost to North Alabama 64-58. We talked about the points here. Francis Marion beat St. Andrews 132-120. That's an NBA score. Belmont Abbey beat North Georgia 81-77. Lander fell to West Virginia Tech 80-76. That is not a bad score. West Virginia Tech, very, very solid team out of the WVIAC. Wingate beat Clayton State 68-53, and West Georgia beat Columbus State 73-60.
It looks like I was about to have to get up and become the ball boy today. the ball rack was still on the court.
We're going to be pinball, play with a multi-ball where you got 3 or 4 of them out at the same time in the bonus.
Everybody dribble with 2 balls at one time.
That would make it an interesting game.
Yeah.
When you reach the bonus, you play with 2 basketballs.
Be a defensive struggle for sure.
So Armstrong will bring out Eric Miller, Kyle Callanan, Kenny Bellinger the second, Eric Eversley, and Darius Morales starts the second half in place of Antron Williford. Starting 5 on the floor for the Wolves: Mitch Riggs, Brunius Charles, Dondre Walker, DeMarcus Smith, and Xavier Holmes. Bellinger to Eric Miller, out to Callanan, back to Miller, he'll drive. Skip pass to Bellinger. All Bellinger do, keep it in bounds. Gets it inside to Eversley. Eversley around the double team and gets called for the offensive foul.
That's definitely an odd call there. He didn't really lower his shoulder. He didn't, try and obtain a strong position.
If anything, it just looked like good defense.
Yes.
But, so the turnover and the foul gives it to Newberry here. And shot is up and short by Charles, and it's out of bounds off of the Pirates. 2 Pirates went for the rebound, couldn't secure it, and now Williford will come in for Eversley, who picked up his 3rd foul within the first 30 seconds of the second half. Newberry inbounds it. 3-pointer up and off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound to Miller. Miller puts it up, it's no good, and the rebound comes down to Smith. Smith breaks free, kicks it off, Now three-pointer up and no good by Mitch Riggs. Rebound, Bellinger. Again, missed opportunity, though, for the Pirates. You figure one-on-one, most times Miller is going to convert that opportunity.
Well, Newberry transition defense did a great job of getting it back and putting pressure on Miller. I don't think Miller really knew it was there as Callanan shoots the three.
Callanan's no good. Rebound comes down to Smith. And then nice feed inside for Xavier Holmes, who lays it up and in. So the first points of the second half go to the Wolves. 48-39, Bellinger. Bounce pass deflected, out of bounds by Newberry. And here come the second five for the Wolves. Taylor, Ashby, Hawkins. Steinerson and Riley. Miller around a screen, kicks it off to Callanan. He'll drive, kick it off to Bellinger. Wide open for three. It's no good. And the rebound comes down to Ashby. Coast to coast goes Hawkins, and he picks up his dribble and somehow ends up with the loose ball. Three-pointer up and short by Riley. Rebound, Bellinger.
And Newberry is really going back to the three-point opportunities again.
And
Morales gets the N1.
Shot is up and good for Darius Morales on the nice feed from Callanan. And Morales will have a chance at a three-point play. Morales gets his first points of the evening. And we'll have a chance at a three-point play. Pirates actually have, Sean, more three-point plays than three-point baskets in this game.
That is true.
Hoping to add one more here as Morales goes to line for one. Free throw is good. By my count, that's 4 three-point plays by the Pirates and 2 three-pointers. Inside Taylor, outside Hawkins. He'll drive the baseline. Now put up the mid-range jumper. It's no good. Rebound Miller. Miller wants to run. 3-on-2. Miller leaves it for Bellinger, who lays it up and in. Another good assist by Miller. That's his 7th assist of this game. And Bellinger thought he had a steal. And if he had gotten all ball, I think he would have had it. But Steinerson basically ran into him. And the foul is on Bellinger. But it will be ball out of bounds to the Wolves. And a fresh 5 again back in as the starters come in for Newberry.
Still kind of amazed by the amount of hang time Bellinger got jumping from outside the paint. He could have dunked that ball down. That was impressive.
17-17 to go. All the way in, shot is blocked, but a foul as Taylor, or excuse me, it's Holmes on the drive to the basket. And head coach Jeremy Luther telling his team to talk defensively because someone should have stepped in and tried to take that charge.
Yes, because Holmes was coming in with some mean intentions.
First free throw is good. Sabiti checks in for Morales, who picked up his 3rd foul. So now 2 Pirate big men with 3 fouls each, Eversley and Morales. Second free throw, no good. Rebound Sabiti. 53-40, Pirates lead it by 13. Bellinger to Callanan. Bounce pass to Miller, who lays it up and scores. Great feed again.
It was a great look on the back door there for an easy basket. Now the Pirates got to get a stop here.
And then a shot blocked. It was Charles going up for the shot, and Walliford with the block. Miller runs it down in the corner for the Pirates, gets it to Bellinger. Now Miller drives the baseline and is fouled by Newberry. Mitch Riggs called for the foul. And one sub coming in for Newberry as Hawkins is going to check in and Charles checks out. Pirates will inbound it with Williford. Williford bounce pass to Bellinger, who lays it up. No, it's blocked. And then the ball goes out of bounds off of the Pirates. And Newberry will take over. Hawkins in the corner. Or no, excuse me, Hawkins gets it out. Three-pointer up and no good. But an offensive rebound comes back out. Bounce pass goes inside. Taylor's blocked by Sabiti, but a foul is called. Shima Sabiti whistled for the contact, and
I couldn't help but wonder whether Williford was going to get called for that because it looked like he was the one with the contact. Sabiti had a few fouls to give.
So Xavier Holmes to the line for Newberry. His first free throw is good. 8 points, 3 rebounds for Holmes, the freshman from Great Falls, South Carolina. Did not know there were Great Falls in South Carolina.
Neither did I. That's my first time hearing that.
Second free throw, good as well. 55-42, 4 minutes into the second half. Pirates maintain, like we said, Sean, this 9 to 13 point advantage. They haven't really gotten any more than that, but they haven't gotten any less. Miller, 4-3 is no good, but Callanan gets the rebound. And then he is fouled on the dish. And then the Newberry, Holmes came in and swatted that shot after the foul was called and actually hit his teammate Hawkins with the ball when he blocked that shot.
He was feeling as Kevin Garnett not letting the shot go after the whistle.
It will be ball out of bounds to the Pirates, and Hawkins' second line teammates will join him on the floor now. Miller drives, now fades away for 2. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Bellinger, who lays it up. Good body control. One-handed gets that ball up and in.
Definitely a big man move there from the little man on the court.
That's his 10th point. He is now in double figures, joining Miller. And a 5-second call? No, a timeout called. He was about to get the 5-second call, so wisely Newberry calls timeout. And with 15:22 left to go in the ballgame, it's a 30-second timeout taken by the Wolves.
15-point ball game. The Pirates still can't afford to get comfortable yet until after the 10-minute mark, but they're setting themselves up for an easy W here. It's kind of surprising because we expected something different out of Newberry. They really haven't put up the average of points that they put up usually. So that might be what's holding them back today. Their shooting percentage is that low.
Want to remind you that today starts 4 straight days of home basketball here at Alumni Arena. Tomorrow, it'll be the women taking the court as the Pirates, 3-1 on the year, will face Palm Beach Atlantic at 1:30 p.m. as the outlet pass comes out. Miller trips over his own feet. Three-pointer up and good in the corner by Ashby, and that is just their 4th three-pointer made in 21 attempts by the Wolves. And it's 57-45. Callanan bounce pass to Morales. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Hawkins. Here come the Wolves. Hawkins, coast to coast, lays it up and is fouled.
That's going to be on Morales.
And Morales is going to be whistled for his 4th foul.
See, what they probably would have told him was he should have flopped instead of backing up after the contact. He probably would have got the charge.
An immediate timeout on the floor with 14:49 to go in the second half. Chad Jackson, Sean Brown back with you here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong leads Newberry 57-45. But Quayshawn Hawkins at the line for the Wolves to try and make it a 10-point ball game. Hawkins, first free throw is good. He's got 9. And he is 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Second free throw, good as well.
First Newberry player in double figures.
Kelsey Walker running the point now for the Pirates. Gets it to Callanan. Callanan dribbles right, now looks left. And gets it to Walker, 13 on the shot clock. Walker throws it back to Callanan. And lays it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Newberry. Not a great offensive possession for the Pirates.
He had to force one in there.
And then back the other way, three-pointer no good by Dontre Walker. Here comes Miller. Miller lays it up and scores. And we're going to get Miller coming out. Looks like he might have tweaked his ankle there. So J.C. Wynn will come in. So Miller will get some medical attention over on the sideline from head athletic trainer Ken Tessier. Smith's shot is blocked by Williford. Rebound Pirates. Callanan inside for Wynn. Baseline jumper is no good. And Eversley gets it, and Eversley is fouled on the follow.
Great hustle there by Eversley. It's a
He
good
was
shot by Wynn.
one among 3. I mean, he was the only Pirate in there underneath the basket. But using that size advantage, that length, to create not only the rebound but the shot opportunity.
Definitely a great effort.
So Eversley to the line. 4 points, 4 rebounds for Eversley. First free throw is good. The junior from Rockledge, Florida. Starting 5 into the contest for Newberry again. Second free throw good as well. 61-47. Skip pass goes inside, and then Eversley just takes it away from Xavier Holmes. Eversley wants to go coast to coast, floats it up and in. That was an amazing athletic play by Eversley, not only to get the steal, as back the other way, nice feed inside, and Holmes gets the bucket. But Eversley, that's not a drive you're going to see often from a 6'8" man.
But then, too, it also shows the evolution of the game of basketball. Your big men now can be ball handlers.
Kelsey Walker, right side, looks for a screen from Eversley. Skip pass to Wynn. Wynn has to elevate just to keep it in bounds. 7 on the shot clock. Callanan will put up the three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound Riggs for Newberry. And a hand check foul. Dontre Walker on Callanan. Callanan whistled for his first foul, and Eric Miller's going to check in for Callanan here. So good to see Miller back out on the floor.
You know, Chad, with it being football season, I can't help but all these touch passes that you keep seeing on the sideline, guys having to look down and toe the line as they come in. You think we had a football team, we'd have some pretty good receivers.
Very mindful of the inbounds. Well, a lot of times with high pressure like that, those are the only spots they're going to be open because they're blocking your sight of the basket. That's the only way you're going to be able to complete some of these passes and move the ball up the floor.
That is true.
Holmes off the glass, no good. Gets his own miss. Kicks it off. Smith out front to Hawkins. Hawkins is fouled. And that's Williford. And that is going to be his third, excuse me. Morales with 4, Williford and Eversley now with 3, and still 12-17 to go in this contest.
It's a lot of time. We got a lot of guys in foul trouble. They're actually running into the same situations on every foul. It's another situation just like with Morales where all he had to do is stand there and take the flop. No harm, no foul.
First free throw from Hawkins is no good. He'll have another. That is good. He makes 1 of 2. And it's 63-50. Miller to inbound it to Walker. Ball deflected, and it's a steal off the trap. Three-pointer by Hawkins on the way is good. Williford came flying in from the side to try and block it, didn't get a piece of it, and that is Hawkins' second three-pointer. And then Miller almost carries it, and then finally loses it, but there's Eversley as he puts it off the glass. That's no good. Rebound Newberry. Here come the Wolves. 3-on-1 break. And shot is no good, but the follow is no good. And Walker can't keep it in play for the Pirates. As that play, we saw this in the first half, Sean, right about midpoint of the half. Play got really sloppy at both ends, and you're starting to see that right now. Though more so from the Pirates end than the Wolves end.
Yeah, the guys are starting to get a little tired. The legs starting to get long. Just got to settle in and run their sets.
Newberry to inbound it. Smith, or excuse me, that's Riley. Out to Hawkins. Hawkins is fouled by Miller. And that's in the bonus. 8th team foul on the Pirates, so Hawkins will shoot 1-1.
Miller staring down the referee, but it was a blatant foul. It was obvious.
Well, the foul count 8-4, not in favor of the Pirates, whereas the first half, Newberry got the majority of fouls called on them. So
makes you wonder whether they're trying to make up for it.
It always evens out in the end. I don't care what sport it is, basketball, football, baseball. Hawkins makes them both, and it's an 8-point lead. This is the closest Newberry's been this half. 63-55, 11:25 to go. Miller looks for a screen. Now he's double-teamed, gets it to Bellinger.
5-on-4, somebody lost a shoe,
and then the Pirates turn it over. One of the Newberry players lost his shoe, and the Pirates couldn't take advantage. Bounce pass, nice cut to the basket, but Riley couldn't convert it. He does get the rebound, though. It's 4-on-5 right now, and Riley's shot is up, and another blocking foul on the Pirates.
And the Pirates have certainly bailed out Newberry. They were playing 4-on-5 basketball.
That should have been both ways. Armstrong advantage, and it ended up Newberry advantage. They got the turnover when they were down a player, and then got the foul when they were still playing with only 4 players.
And that wasn't just any foul. That was Eversley's 4th.
And so now Eversley has to go to the bench as the first free throw by Riley is no good. Brandon Riley with 5 points and 5 rebounds. Sabiti comes in for the Pirates. Dondre Walker checks in for Newberry. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Williford. Miller. Pass is deflected, and it's a steal for Newberry. 5-on-2 break. Three-pointer up and good. Dondre Walker with his 3rd three-pointer of the game, and it's a 5-point ball game. Bellinger gets it to Miller. Miller drives and is fouled. No shot on the play, so it'll be ball out of bounds to the Pirates. As he was fouled from behind, Taylor picks up his 3rd. Only the 5th team foul on Newberry. On the inbounds, Miller lays it up and scores. Could have been goaltending again as the player hit the backboard, but the shot
goal
went down
moved.
anyway. And then a ball picked up by the Pirates, 3-on-1 break. J.C. Wynn goes in, lays it up, and scores. And a timeout. As out on the floor is Dave Davis, the head coach of Newberry. But that's what we saw in the first half, and that actually was the lull by the Pirates. The sloppy play was answered by a quick 6-0 run.
Sure.
And Coach Davis sensing that for Newberry. Pirates got back-to-back baskets. He wanted to stop it quick.
It was a great run by the Pirates. It's not going to go to immediate timeout since we are under the 10-minute mark.
Well, I think Newberry doesn't have any more 30-second timeout, so it's automatically a full, which automatically makes it the immediate timeout.
Yeah, that's the confusion now on the far side. They're trying to figure out whether they have a full or not.
Well, regardless, even if they try and give them a 30-second timeout, we've been in this timeout for more than 30 seconds.
That is true. Referee Brad Eggersley is going to get it all situated, and we're going to keep playing.
9:59 to go in the ball game. It is a 9-point Armstrong lead, 67-58.
We've got some seasoned referees today.
Oh, absolutely.
That been calling our games for a while. So,
Kyle Chambers, Brad Eggert, two of the veteran ref officials in the Peach Belt Conference. We are back underway here. Ball deflected, and it goes out of bounds. It was off of Eric Miller into the Newberry bench. It stays with the Wolves. 25 on the shot clock. Hawkins out front, guarded by Bellinger. Now Wynn picks him up. Outside for Riley, baseline, and nice feed inside for Holmes. Holmes makes the cut to the basket and gets the bucket. Holmes now with 13 to go with his 5 rebounds, and most of them on plays like that. Wynn, ball's deflected by Newberry out of bounds. Could have easily been called a foul on Newberry, but instead the Pirates get the deflection. 23 on the shot clock. 9:19 on the game clock. Wynn to inbound it to Morales. Now Bellinger will have it in the backcourt. 17-16 on the shot clock. Bellinger to Wynn. Looking to get it to Miller, does so. 8 on the shot clock. Miller wants a screen from Sabidi, gets it. Now puts up the mid-range. No, he hands it to Bellinger, and Bellinger cannot beat the shot clock this time. We saw it in the first half, but that time he just got it too late from Miller. Miller wanted to get the contact with the shot fake. When he didn't get it, he elected to dish it instead of take the shot.
Well, he had the corner around him where he kind of could have stepped around him and still took the shot, but he chose to pass it off instead. And he probably still would have got that shot off in time.
Shot is up off the glass and good by Dondre Walker. He's now in double digits. The lead is now 5, 67-62. Miller is fouled on his drive to the basket. 6th team foul on Newberry, so the Pirates will be shooting it the rest of the way after this inbounds. Danny Bellinger's going to have to clean his goggles.
Yeah, Coach Chambers is telling the referees, you know, hey, they ripped his goggles right off. I don't know how Bellinger Jr. does it. I have to use my contacts when I play.
Sabidi takes the inbounds pass, gets it to Callanan. Callanan gets it to Miller. Miller spins, feeds it for Morales. Callanan gets the rebound as Morales' shot was off the mark. Now Sabidi's shot is up and no good, and the rebound comes down to Newberry. Smith feeds it for Holmes, who puts it up and in. It is a 3-point ball game with under 8 to play. Bellinger is fouled, and the shot is good. Kenny Bellinger with a little continuation puts up the shot after he's fouled, and he'll have a chance of the 3-point play.
We're going to get another 5. Oh, we're going to get 4 out of Newberry and 1 Armstrong sub.
Bellinger in double figures, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for the junior from Miramar, Florida. Played his junior college at St. Petersburg College. Free throw up and good.
St. Petersburg seems to be a good recruiting tool for Armstrong. I believe it's the same place we got T.T. Hall from.
Yes.
And was Dwight Tolbert, was it? Or somebody else?
No, shot is up, no good by Taylor for Newberry. Tolbert was...
It was Calvin Wilson. It was Calvin Wilson. That's who else we got from St. Petersburg.
Junior College. Steal by Riley. He goes coast to coast and puts it up and in. And again, Morales with those 4 fouls.
He couldn't afford to go for it with a block.
And
the head coach from Newberry is going to get that warning there.
Yeah, so
as he was
not
fined for that technical.
It's a warning. It's a warning on head coach Davis of Newberry. It's a 4-point Armstrong lead, 7:15 to go. Delay of game warning on Coach Davis. And that ball's out of bounds off of Newberry.
That's rare that you hear a delay game from a coach. I don't know what he could have done to delay the game.
I think just anything that directs the attention of the official from officiating the game could be ruled that.
Makes sense.
So Callanan has it for the Pirates. 7 minutes to go in this contest. Callanan, ball's deflected, and a foul against the Pirates will send Brandon Riley to the line. And that is the 10th team foul on the Pirates, and head coach Jeremy Luther wants a timeout to talk things over. He's trying to pump up his team as Newberry has the momentum right now, but the Pirates do still have the lead. 6:58 to go in the contest. Armstrong leads at 70-66. Chad Jackson, Sean Brown back with you here at Alumni Arena. Brandon Riley shooting 2 for the Wolves. First one is up and in. Riley 8 points, 5 rebounds. Second free throw is good as well, and it is a 2-point Armstrong advantage. Eric Miller gets it to Morales, and Morales dunks it, but Miller is down on the ground and hurt. He is still down on the play. Three-pointer up and no good, and the rebound comes down as Miller is still down on the floor. Play continuing. Three-pointer is up and no good. Miller's trying to tough it out as that shot is no good. Morales comes down. And apparently Miller is okay. So the Pirates survive 4 on 5, and Walker loses the handle, gets it back. Callanan for 3 is no good. Rebound, Hawkins for Newberry. And Miller is still limping. And Hawkins tries to feed it on the baseline, but it goes right to Walker. Walker is bumped, no call. Now Miller has it and a timeout as Miller's going to come out. Bellinger's going to come in. It looks like he's looking at his calf, his left calf. Now, when he fed the ball to Morales, he was on the ground. Morales dunked it and came down and straddled Miller, but it looked like the injury happened before the dunk.
Yeah,
it looked like he went down on the pass.
And he's stretching that calf right now. He's cramping up. It's not too bad. Not too bad. A little bit of a scare, but not too bad.
Yeah.
His trainers are trying to get that calf loosened up. Break out the meat tenderizer and hit it with a hammer.
What's the old get out the pickle juice? That's what they used to give the football players to try and battle cramps. Pirates will inbound it. Leading by 4. Get it to Williford. Now Callanan with it. Callanan to Bellinger. Pirates going to need some offense here with Miller on the bench as Walker runs that one down. Gets it out to Callanan. Callanan spins, drives, kicks it off, but kicks it off right to Ashby from Newberry. Pass inside, and Holmes lays it up, and a goaltend called. And I'm not sure that ball wasn't, I don't think it was going to go in, but it was on its way down, so the rule states you have to call it, even though I think he was going to miss it.
Yeah.
And so count the basket at 72-70.
I think if he had actually grabbed it down instead of hitting it off the rim, it probably would have been a different call. But nonetheless, 2-point ball game with 5 to 6 to count.
Walker double teamed and gets called for the backcourt violation. And Miller's going to come back into the game.
And to play through a cramp in your calf is it's not very easy.
No.
Every time you go to shoot, that's
So ball deflected. Pirates come up with the steal. Miller through traffic, lays it up. Can't get it to go, but. And they call Eric Miller on the charge.
I missed that one.
He was going parallel to the basket. He wasn't even really going towards the basket. He gets called for the charge.
I didn't even see anybody hit the ground.
Well, Newberry gets it back. Three-pointer to try and take the lead. It's no good. That was Walker on the three-point try. Rebound, Williford. Callanan trapped in the backcourt, gets it ahead to Morales. Morales puts it on the floor, lobs it to Miller. Now, shot is up and good by Williford on the pass from Miller. Miller has 10 assists now to go with his 25 points. And a timeout called by Newberry with 4:12 to go. And it'll be a 30-second timeout. I guess this will be the 30-second timeout we didn't get before.
You know, Chad, in that last offensive segment for the Pirates, and this is actually, I think, the second or third time I've seen Newberry do this, they're bringing a triple team.
Yes.
So 2 people are going to be wide open.
They're trying to create so much havoc out around the half-court line that it's unable for the Pirates to even see where the open players are, much less complete a pass. So they have to elevate in order to get the pass. That's why you're seeing a lot of these passes. Pirates are having to jump up and pick off in the air. But like you said, it's creating two people open, not just one.
Exactly.
So there's always, when they jump up in the air, there's a place they can basically redirect the pass to where someone's going to be open. As the Pirates get a steal there, quick outlet to Bellinger. Bellinger on the run, lays it up and scores. And a delay game warning on Bellinger. But the Pirates, with 4 minutes left, have stretched it back out to 6 at 76-70. Hawkins guarded by Miller. Loses the handle, gets it back. Now hands it off to Walker. Walker against Bellinger. In the corner. Skip pass. Now inside Holmes, and Holmes is blocked by Williford.
And Williford got away with some contact there too.
Yes. But he was falling down on the play. And I think that's what helped Williford get away with the block there. Now Miller with it. He is bumped and the ball is going to go out of bounds over to the Pirates. A lot of contact and no foul called. Either way, that could have been on, honestly, that could have been on either player. Could have been on Miller, could have been on Newberry. But no call, and none of the Pirates or even the Wolves reacted to that ball.
Everybody thought it was going to be a foul call.
Yeah. So with 3:10 to go, Newberry with the basketball. In the corner. Two-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Newberry. Now Holmes, shot is blocked by Morales and then knocked out of bounds by Bellinger. 2:52 on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. Steinerson into the backcourt for Hawkins. Now Hawkins, one-on-one with Miller. Drives. Kicks it out to Smith. Now a three-pointer is up and no good by Steinerson, but an offensive rebound for Hawkins. Hawkins, three-pointer, that's an air ball. That's going out of bounds, and Walker misfires on the three, and the Pirates will take possession. Newberry, 6 of 28 from three-point range in this game.
That's a lot of shots from behind the arc.
A lot. It's basically two-thirds, not even two-thirds, almost half of their shots have gone from beyond the arc. Probably more, about 40%. As I do the quick math. 2:24 to go, Pirates with the basketball and the 6-point lead. Callanan wants to work some clock here. Gets it to Williford. He puts it on the floor and gets called or draws the blocking foul. That was more of a charge than Miller's charge.
It was.
But Williford will go to the line and shoot two. So Steinerson gets called for the foul, his third. He has had a night to forget for Newberry. He's 0 for 7 from the floor, including 0 for 6 from three-point range, and he's committed 3 fouls.
I was just thinking about that a few minutes ago, whether, is this guy the leading three-point shooter for the team? Because he's sure jacking them up.
Steinerson came in, hadn't shot it much, but he was 2 of 3 in the first 4 games. Williford makes the first. He'll have another. And it's good. Williford, 4 points, 8 rebounds. 8-point lead, 2:10 to play. And then Steinerson can't handle it, or excuse me, that's not Steinerson, that's Riggs. Can't handle the pass. It goes into the Newberry bench. And the Pirates will get the basketball.
Yeah, I think that was the closest thing to playing time that Xavier Bernard was going to see today. That ball coming his way on the bench.
Callanan to inbound it. Tough spot. He's got to inbound it in the corner here. Gets it in to Williford. Now Bellinger has it in the backcourt, and then Bellinger turns it over. Shot is up and no good, but a foul, and that is the 5th foul on Darius Morales, and a bad turnover for the Pirates, because not only do you create the offensive opportunity, but you send Morales. Morales has no chance, or has no choice but to defend that play.
Yeah.
And he will exit 5 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 fouls. Only 4 players on the floor here. As the first free throw is good, Eversley will come in. Steinerson comes in.
Pirates going to have to be very careful here. 7-point ball game, 2 minutes is a lot of time. Eversley's got 4, Morales is now fouled out.
The only good thing that would be working in the favor of the Pirates is if Newberry continues to try and shoot 3-pointers and they don't drive.
Yeah. How to get the big men a little time to rest and just rebound.
Callanan inbounds it to Bellinger. Bellinger tries to escape the double team. Gets it ahead to Callanan, who brings it across the timeline. Now Miller has it. Miller's going to put up the free throw line shot. It's no good. Quick shot there by the Pirates, but they didn't need it. Rebound Newberry. 3-pointer up and good for Hawkins. And just like that, it is a 3-point ball game with 1:38 to play. And Coach Luther can't be happy with that shot selection from Eric Miller.
Not at all. At this point of the ball game, at that point they were up 8. Run the clock. Run the clock. You're looking at 4 possessions left in this ball game as you run the clock all the way down. But I've noticed Hawkins just made that 3. This is the 3rd time. Every time he's made a shot, he's looking at our women's basketball team over here. I guess they had some words earlier.
Well, he is 3 of 3 from 3-point range. 19 points, that leads Newberry. Xavier Holmes, 17 points. Dondre Walker, 11. For the Pirates, Eric Miller, 25 points, 11 assists. Kenny Bellinger, 15 points. But Eversley is the next highest scorer with 10. Pirates have not gotten a lot of offense from the inside.
No, not at all. They've got plenty of rebounds, but not a lot of putback and a lot of offense.
And now the Pirates are going to have to be efficient offensively. Newberry's not going to foul. They don't need to foul yet. They're just going to pressure, obviously, the ball here. Get it to Bellinger. Now Callanan with it. Callanan all the way up, puts it off the glass, and gets called for the offensive foul. And again, not a good offensive possession for the Pirates.
It's 2 back-to-back, and now it's a 3-point ball game with 1.5 minutes left. Newberry starting to shoot the ball a little better too. We might have a good finish here.
So 1:30 to go, and Newberry with the basketball.